But we do want to keep you safe because, as I said earlier, you are our future. You are truly Ohio's future. And I know we have future law enforcement, future doctors, lawyers, leaders, politicians. Talked to Caitlin about that, sitting right here in this room today. The time to start thinking about how your decisions will impact the rest of your life is now. Last year, 121 teens died on Ohio's road in motor vehicle crashes. Many of these deaths could have been prevented. That's why we want to work with you to make sure that you have the information and the power that you need to make the best decisions for yourselves. This is also where peer pressure comes in. We've all heard a lot of talk recently about cell phone and texting bans. The city of Cleveland was one of the first in Ohio to ban cell phones while driving. I know teens get targeted and they feel pretty persecuted about this when it comes to cell phone use and texting while driving. But distracted driving is an issue for drivers of all ages, and the department has been working for many years to encourage any driver at any age to limit distractions. We've been monitoring the proposed statewide legislation banning cell phones and texting, and there's at least 6 bills that have been introduced to deal with this, as well as working with partners on the national level for guidance and educating the public about specific distractions like texting and cell phone use. We're looking forward to moving on safety initiatives in this area, and we have already been in contact in coordinating messaging and policy in the future on this with both the Ohio Department of Transportation and with the Governor's Office. The past 3 years have been among the safest ever recorded on Ohio's highways, something we're very proud of, and we continue to make significant strides in our overall traffic safety issues. One of the ways we're making a difference in safety on our roads is by identifying groups or types of drivers who may be most at risk for crashes and working to address the reasons why. This is yet another reason why we're working so hard to reach out to teens about safe driving habits. Statewide crash statistics show that teen drivers had the greatest risk for crashes of any age group, with 16-year-olds having the highest crash rate per mile driven of any group. And I challenge each of you not to be part of that statistic. One young life, one family or friend impacted by a teen crash is one too many. The laws aren't here to hold you back. They're here to manage risk as you learn. So know the graduated driver's license laws and follow them and be a leader. If you see someone not following them, step up and say something to them. In the long run, it could save you or someone you know serious injury or death. We will continue to do everything possible from our end to keep you safe, and that includes working with law enforcement, reaching out through the schools and parents as well as through your peers to target every aspect of safety. But I really can't emphasize enough how big of a role you can play in keeping yourselves and others safe behind the wheel. You really do hold the power to convince your friends and peers to make safe decisions behind the wheel. And that's the biggest thing I want you to take away from here today. One of the ways that we will be working out to reach teen drivers is through the Students Against Destructive Decisions, also known as SAD. Some of you are probably familiar with this group and have chapters of SAD at your schools. It's related to MAD, the Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Ohio is very fortunate, to have the SAD National Student of the Year from our state this year, Ricky Burke. Ricky Burke is from just west of Columbus in the Springfield area. And Ricky has been working very closely with our Ohio Traffic Safety Office to get messaging out to teens and to hold some forums on some mutual interests. He is one of the most energetic kids I have ever seen. I don't know when he sleeps. We get emails from him at 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes to school all day. I think he's working, and he's also this national spokesperson. Ricky's so good at what he's done, the Ohio Investigative Unit has recruited he and some of his friends to go be confidential informants and go out and purchase alcohol while they're underage for us so that we can do some enforcement at those places that have been known to sell to underage. He's working with us to engage SAD chapters from around the state to take a hands-on approach to educating teens through peer initiatives and encouraging them to make smart decisions for themselves. SAD has a great event coming up in November. The week of November 16th, Ohio SAD is working with local SAD chapters and law enforcement agencies across the state in a campaign called Lights for Life. Lights for Life calls on every Ohioan to drive with their headlights illuminated on that day, which is November 16th, as a pledge to be a safe driver each time you take the wheel. SAD chapters will be distributing window clings to their communities so everyone can work together to get the word out that teen driver safety is an important issue. All week, schools will be partaking in hands-on activities that highlight different traffic safety messages and initiatives. To kick off the event, more than 300 students and adults will meet with legislators at the Ohio Youth Traffic Safety Summit at the State House in Columbus. Here, teens will lead a discussion in making youth traffic safety a legislative priority. For more information, or if you want to get involved, you can contact your local SAD chapter or the main office of Ohio SAD at ohiosadwith2ds.org. I highly encourage you to participate and make your voices heard. If you contact Ohio SAD, they will get back to you whether or not you have a SAD chapter at your school. Let's try the hands thing again. How many people have a SAD chapter at their school? Oh, yay. Good. Please help spread that word about the upcoming day at the State House. This is just one of the many initiatives we'll be working on in the coming year. But we're also interested in hearing what you have to say. If you have ideas for improving safety in Ohio, whether it's related to teen safety or not, please reach out and contact us. Our website is I know you're all going to remember this, right? publicsafety.ohio.gov. If you Google ODPS for Ohio Department of Public Safety, it'll also come up that way. And on there, you can find out contact information about each one of our divisions. I know there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of energy, and a lot of great ideas in this room. You don't have to wait until you've finished high school, gone to college, or get a job to make a difference. It's never too early to start. You can do that now. I look forward to hearing from you now and in the future. Thank you again for having me here today, and I understand shortly there will be an opportunity for questions and answers, so I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have at that time. Thank you so much for your attention, and good luck to all of you in your future.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Pincus. I'm a junior at Shaker Heights High School. Today, at this City Club Youth Forum, we are listening to Cathy Collins-Taylor, Director of the Ohio Department of Public Safety. We will return to our distinguished speaker in just a few moments. But first, we encourage you to formulate questions for our speaker now while we break for a few announcements. We welcome you to the City Club Youth Forum, part of the traditional City Club, which began in 1912. It is the oldest continuously running free speech forum in the country. Today's City Club Youth Forum is made possible through the grants from the Bruning Foundation, the Martha Holden Jennings Foundation, the Stalker Foundation, the Thomas White Foundation, and the John P. Murphy Foundation. We would like to thank our funders for their generous support. The City Club Youth Forum series is planned by a council of students from several area high schools. I would like to thank the members of the council whose names are in the program. Also, please note there are yellow surveys and pencils at your tables. Please begin filling these out, and we will collect them at the door when you leave. Now, we would like to return to our speaker for our traditional City Club questions and answers. To ask a question, and it must be a question, please raise your hand. As a courtesy, please stand, state your name and school, and hold your applause until the end of our program. Our microphone holders are Tim Christian from Lawrence School and Brittany Renee Vernon from John Hay High School. First question, please.